Hi there, I'm Sylvia from Mura, and today I'm at the Sustainable Coffee Company. I'm here with Michael, the General Manager. Michael, tell us a little bit about what you do here.
Well, Sylvia, we do coffee, as you know, and we'd like to do things a little differently at the Sustainable Coffee Company. We have a really strong focus on the sustainability aspect and also environmental impact. Yeah, so a couple of the things that we really focus on here, Sylvia, is firstly producing a great coffee bean, but we also like to focus on our environmental impact and the sustainability piece, making sure that we're leaving a better world.
That's really great to hear, Michael. Now, tell me a little bit about what, in your opinion, makes the perfect coffee. What are the elements that make a great coffee?
Well, firstly, fresh coffee beans is important. Great quality water, which again, the E8 takes care of with a filtration system. So you don't really have to worry about the water quality.
Sure.
The important thing about having a good machine, it's important that the equipment is doing the work for you, because there's elements to a great coffee like extraction time and the weight of the ground coffee that goes in per shot. Those things are very, very important when it comes to achieving a great espresso.
That's perfect. Now, speaking of espresso, Michael, tell us a little bit about the Arabica and Robusta coffee, because I always get a little bit confused about which is the best perfect, say, to make an espresso and what kind of coffee makes a great cappuccino, for example.
Sure. So with an Arabica coffee, it's a finer coffee. It's a higher grade coffee, and any time you can get 100% Arabica in an espresso, you're going to get a better product.
Right.
And with the Robusta beans, they kind of balance out a blend, so they can add different aspects depending on what you're after in your coffee blend.
Sure. And if I'm making an espresso or a cappuccino, how important is the grind of coffee to suit each individual coffee?
Yeah, the grind is one of the most important things. When we talk about ground coffee, it's really about the water extraction through that coffee and drawing out the most amount of flavour and goodness from the basket. And it's why it's so important to get that grind right. If it's too fine, you'll find that your coffee will taste a little burnt. And if it's too coarse, the water will run through and won't extract all that great flavour. So the grind is so very important making an espresso.
And what about temperature? How does that fit into the equation?
Well, temperature can change a lot of things when it comes to coffee, Sylvia. It can affect the grind. Again, that's why you have a great automated machine, so it takes care of all that for you, because it can have an effect on the coffee grind itself. But the temperature is so important because you don't want a cold coffee coming out when you've wanted a hot coffee.
Exactly.
And you don't want it too hot that you can't enjoy it. So it's very important to get that balance right, because we don't want to burn the coffee grounds either when we've got the water coming through. But again, the fully automated machines take care of that for us.
And luckily all of our Euro coffee machines have a temperature setting for the water, so that's absolutely perfect. Now, what about a clean coffee machine? I know how important it is to have a clean machine, but in your opinion, why is that? Why is it that we need to have a clean machine to start with?
Well, Sylvia, we're lucky enough to work in this industry and see a whole host of coffee machines. It doesn't matter which area that's happening, you must have clean equipment, because the residue that's left over when we make a coffee can be left behind and it can be burnt and it can taint the flavour of a fresh coffee. So it is so important that we clean our equipment. And again, I know you're alluding to this, these things take care of that for us with an automated cleaning function. So
absolutely.
It's really a set and forget type of approach.
Yeah. And one last question, Michael, this is a bit cheeky of me, but we launched the beautiful Z10 last year, and the Z10 can produce a hot coffee as well as a cold coffee, a cold brew coffee.
Yeah.
In your opinion, how would that work with an automatic coffee machine, you know, with the traditional way of doing it?
Well, the exciting thing is you can't make a hot and a cold coffee on a normal espresso machine.
No.
So the Euro machine is the only one that we're aware of that does the hot and cold. And the great thing about that is, you know, we get some warmer days here in Victoria, in Melbourne, and it's just lovely to have a cold coffee sometimes. So to be able to do that in one machine usually you would need 2 pieces of rather expensive equipment to produce a hot and a cold coffee. So to be able to do it all with 1 unit, the team here are really excited about it because they've not seen it before, and it produces a great product.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear their thoughts on this.
Well, it's interesting because we obviously, as you know, we produced a special blend, the cold brew blend, for that Euro machine. So the guys here have had a lot of taste testing and all of those sort of things to get that blend just right for the machine. So yeah, it's an exciting concept.
And sounds like they were impressed as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Michael. Now, where can our viewers actually find this?
Well, Sylvia, this Euro blend you see in front of us and the cold brew blend, both available on our website, but they can also grab them at your hospitality centres, right?
That's correct, Michael. Thank you so much for today, and thank you to our viewers, and we'll see you soon.